Tonight, you will make a to-do list. 10 items, maybe 12. You will feel productive, checking off every single one. But here is the strange truth. Almost nobody tells you. 2 of those items were doing almost all the work. The other 8 barely mattered at all. This is called the 80-20 rule. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. In 1896, an Italian economist named Vilfredo Pareto noticed something odd in his garden. 20% of his pea pods produced 80% of the peas. Curious, he checked something bigger. Land ownership in Italy. 20% of the population owned 80% of the land. Same ratio, different system entirely. Why would a pea plant and a national economy follow the same pattern? For decades, nobody had a good answer. Then in the 1940s, a management consultant named Joseph Juran picked up Pareto's forgotten idea and applied it to something else entirely: factories. Juran found that 80% of product defects came from 20% of the causes. He called it the vital few and the trivial many. Businesses that listened doubled their output overnight without doubling their effort. Here is where it gets personal. Your brain runs on this exact same ratio, whether you notice it or not. Most of your happiness this year will come from a small handful of moments. Most of your stress will come from a small handful of problems. Most of your close relationships will come from a small handful of people. The rest, noise. Researchers studying time use data have found something almost identical in daily behavior. A study led by economist Sanjoy Mahajan at MIT analyzed how people allocate hours and found that a small fraction of daily activities accounted for the overwhelming majority of reported life satisfaction. You are not spreading your energy evenly across your life. You never were. You just never measured it. So why does this feel so uncomfortable to hear? Because you were taught that effort equals fairness, that every hour should count the same, that every task on your list deserves equal attention. But nature disagrees. Evolution does not reward balance. It rewards efficiency. Your ancestors did not divide their day evenly between hunting, resting, and socializing. They spent disproportionate energy on the few actions that kept them alive. A fire, a weapon, a trusted ally. Everything else was secondary. Psychologist Barry Schwartz, known for his research on choice and decision fatigue, found that people who try to optimize every single option in their life report lower satisfaction than people who focus deeply on a few things and let the rest go. Trying to make everything matter equally does not make you more effective. It makes you exhausted. Think about your own week right now. Which 2 hours actually moved your life forward? Which 2 conversations actually changed how you feel? You already know the answer. You just have not admitted it yet. This is not an excuse to do less. It is permission to stop pretending everything deserves the same weight. The 80% is not wasted time. It is the cost of finding the 20% that matters. You cannot identify the vital few without first living through the trivial many. So tonight, when you make that to-do list again, look at it differently. Somewhere in those 10 items are the 2 that will actually change your week. Find them. Protect them. Let the rest fall where they may. Because the real answer was never about doing more. It was about noticing what already mattered and finally giving it your full attention.